Have you ever wondered if science could or has breathed life back into long-extinct creatures? Today, in an era brimming with technological advancements, this question seems less far-fetched than it once did. Scientists are indeed exploring the possibilities of resurrecting extinct species. It's a captivating question that has intrigued minds for ages. From using DNA to cloning, the methods being considered are as fascinating as they are challenging. So, let's embark on a journey through time to explore some of the first extinct species that science has attempted to revive. Our journey begins in the 1980s with an unusual frog species that once thrived in the rainforests of Australia. Meet the gastric brooding frog, so named for its peculiar reproductive behavior. Unlike most frogs, it doesn't lay its eggs in water, but swallows them instead. The mother then stops eating and her stomach transforms into a makeshift womb, where the tadpoles develop. When they are fully formed, they are regurgitated as tiny froglets. Sadly, this unique frog fell victim to the march of extinction. By the mid-80s, both known species of gastric brooding frogs had vanished, likely due to habitat destruction and disease. But that's not where the story ends. Enter the Lazarus Project, an ambitious scientific endeavor aimed at bringing extinct species back to life. Named after the biblical figure who was resurrected from the dead, the project set its sights on the gastric brooding frog. The team used a process called somatic cell nuclear transfer. They extracted the nuclei from the preserved cells of the extinct frog and inserted them into the eggs of another frog species, whose own nuclei had been removed. The hope was that the eggs would develop into gastric brooding frogs, and for a brief moment it looked like they had succeeded. An embryo began to grow, showing the distinctive traits of the extinct frog, but unfortunately it didn't survive past a few days. So did the Lazarus Project fail? Not exactly. It demonstrated that de-extinction wasn't just a sci-fi fantasy, but a real possibility. The project's efforts proved that you could kickstart the development of an extinct species, even though they couldn't bring the gastric brooding frog back completely. This was a groundbreaking moment. It opened the door to the potential revival of other extinct species and sparked a global conversation about the possibilities and the ethics of de-extinction. Though the project didn't fully succeed, it marked a significant step in the science of de-extinction. Fast forward to 2003, when science made a breakthrough with the Pyrenean ibex. The Pyrenean ibex, a distinctive species of wild mountain goat, once roamed the rocky terrains of the Pyrenees, a range of mountains in southwest Europe. However, by the late 19th century, due to excessive hunting and habitat loss, the Pyrenean ibex was on a path to extinction. In 1999, the world bid farewell to the last known member of the species, a female named Celia. But the story of the Pyrenean ibex doesn't end there. Enter the world of advanced genetics. Scientists had managed to preserve skin samples of Celia before her death, providing a glimmer of hope for the species' revival. In 2003, a team of scientists achieved the unthinkable. They cloned a Pyrenean ibex, marking the world's first de-extinction. They used DNA from Celia's skin sample and implanted it into a domestic goat's egg cell. The egg was then implanted into a surrogate mother. After several attempts, a clone of the Pyrenean ibex was born. However, the triumph was short-lived. The cloned ibex, suffering from lung defects, survived only a few minutes after birth. The world had glimpsed the return of an extinct species, but only for a fleeting moment. Yet this event had a profound impact on the scientific community. The Pyrenean ibex's brief return proved that de-extinction was possible. It was a glimmering beacon of hope, sparking a global conversation about the potential of genetic technologies to revive extinct species. The story of the Pyrenean ibex is a testament to the power of science. It's a tale of loss, hope, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It's a reminder that even when a species disappears, it may not be gone forever. Despite the short-lived success, the revival of the Pyrenean ibex gave a new hope to the possibilities of de-extinction. Now, let's travel to the present day, where scientists are attempting to revive the majestic woolly mammoth. Ah, the woolly mammoth, an iconic symbol of the Ice Age, that once roamed across the northern parts of North America, Eurasia, and Siberia. These colossal creatures, akin to our modern-day elephants, but with a shaggy coat of hair and impressive curved tusks, have been extinct for about 4,000 years. The last of their kind disappeared from a remote island in the Arctic Ocean, marking the end of an era. Over the years, the frozen landscapes of Siberia have yielded well-preserved mammoth remains, offering a treasure trove of genetic material. It is this ancient DNA that scientists are now turning to in an attempt to bring back the woolly mammoth from extinction. The mammoth genome has been sequenced and compared with that of its closest living relative, the Asian elephant. This comparison has revealed the genetic changes that allowed mammoths to live and thrive in the cold environments of the Ice Age. The science of de-extinction has advanced significantly over the years. Today, scientists are not just looking at cloning, but are employing more sophisticated techniques, such as CRISPR gene editing. They are attempting to splice mammoth genes into the cells of an Asian elephant, with the aim of creating a hybrid creature, part mammoth, part elephant. This isn't about creating a carbon copy of the woolly mammoth, but rather a proxy species that carries some of the mammoth's distinctive traits. The idea is to create a creature that can survive in the harsh Siberian tundra, filling the ecological niche that the woolly mammoth once occupied. It's a complex and challenging task, fraught with technical and ethical issues. It involves creating embryos, nurturing them in artificial wombs, and ensuring their survival and well-being once they are born. The journey is fraught with uncertainties, and success is far from guaranteed. Yet the endeavor is not without merit. If successful, it could pave the way for the revival of other extinct species. It could help restore lost ecosystems and provide valuable insights into the biology of extinct creatures. It could also serve as a powerful reminder of our responsibility to preserve the biodiversity that still exists today. While the mammoth isn't walking among us just yet, the strides taken by science in this direction are nothing short of astounding. Now that we've seen what science can potentially do, it's time to ask ourselves, should we? De-extinction, the process of reviving extinct species, is a topic that toes the line between a scientific breakthrough and a moral dilemma. This concept, once only the stuff of science fiction, is now within our grasp. But just because we can, does it mean we should? On one hand, de-extinction could rectify human-inflicted extinctions, allowing us to reintroduce lost biodiversity. Consider the dodo, driven to extinction by human activity in the 17th century. By bringing back the dodo, we could potentially restore the ecological balance of its native habitat. Moreover, the resurrection of extinct species could provide invaluable scientific knowledge. Imagine the insights we could glean from studying a living woolly mammoth or a Tasmanian tiger. These creatures could unlock secrets about evolution, adaptation, and survival, providing us with a wealth of knowledge. However, we must also consider the risks and ethical considerations. First, the revived species, having no natural place in the modern world, could become invasive, disrupting current ecosystems. Also, there's the question of animal rights. Is it fair to bring a creature into a world it is not adapted to, potentially causing it suffering? Furthermore, focusing on de-extinction could divert resources away from conserving endangered species. We risk prioritizing the resurrection of the past over the preservation of the present. Lastly, the potential for commercial exploitation is a concern. Could the resurrection of extinct species lead to a scenario where animals are brought back for entertainment or novelty, rather than for their ecological importance? De-extinction raises some profound questions about our relationship with nature. It forces us to confront the consequences of our actions and to consider our responsibilities towards the creatures we share this planet with. As we stand on the brink of turning science fiction into reality, it's crucial to consider these ethical implications. We've journeyed through time, witnessing the incredible possibilities of de-extinction. We've seen the gastric brooding frog, a species miraculously brought back to life, and the Pyrenean ibex, a creature that returned, however briefly, from oblivion. We've also explored the ambitious attempts to revive the majestic woolly mammoth. These feats of science remind us of our ability to reshape the natural world. As we continue to push the boundaries of science, one can only wonder, what extinct creature might we see next? Thank you for watching. If you made it this far in the video, we appreciate your support. Consider liking this video and subscribe for more content.